But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. And you can lift me off the ground. So we can fly again. 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 We can fly again.
Atomic particles traveling near the speed of light do decay more slowly than stationary particles. As strange and counterintuitive as it seems, time dilation is a law of nature. Traveling close to the speed of light is a kind of elixir of life. Because time slows down close to the speed of light, special relativity provides us with a means of going to the stars.
get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. We go party till we black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. So get the fuck up.
chance to run, leave behind the said and done, figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for. Gotta get ahead of something more. So I think I found a new way out, way beyond a shadow of doubt. 'Cause I can't breathe, and I guess I could be stronger now and leave it up to fate somehow. But I'm doing this for me. Give it up, baby, I'm not fooling anyone. Always going on and on. Can't you keep it to yourself for once? Oh, I think I found a new way out, way beyond your shadow of doubt. And I can't breathe. Oh, I hope you're keeping count of all the times you let me down, and all the things you said out loud, the bullshit I could cry about. And I know we could be stronger now and leave it up to fate somehow. But everything I do for me.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. And now when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put the fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground so we can fly again, so we can fly again. I've been trying hard not to go out of my mind, and all I need right now is for you to stay the night. But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. And you can lift me off the ground so we can fly again, so we can fly again.
the speed of light do decay more slowly than stationary particles. As strange and counterintuitive as it seems, time dilation is a law of nature.
your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. We go party till we black out. So get the fuck up.
had the chance to run, leave behind the said and done, figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for.
be sound, hopefully. I'm not 100% sure what is happening. Hopefully you all can hear me loud and clear. We have a yellow flag in the final sector, as I believe Matt has now finally sorted it out. He was too busy wanting to get a lap time on the board that he ended up forgetting about giving us a stream. So nicely done. But either way, we are live. Hopefully you should all be able to hear me loud and clear. There we go. Max has told me to give the okay. Well, no. Yeah, this is turning into a bit of a shambles, this one. There we go, we have got sound, finally. And again, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, my stream's actually a bit behind, so I can't actually see or hear nothing until probably a minute later, so yeah, all good now, as we will finally get things underway, as Ivor already sets the pace here at Canada. And let's talk about Montreal. The circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the sixth round of this season was first held in 1961. The circuit is 2.7 miles long, and the race length normally is about 70 laps long. For last year, it was Max Verstappen who took pole position and went on to take the win from Ferrari's Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton in third. And what a circuit, obviously named after the famous F1 driver, Canadian driver of Gilles Villeneuve. Talented driver in Ferrari as well. There are 13 corners here, and it's all about straight line speed. It's all about getting your lap time bang on and on point. A lot of the drivers will be running possibly maximum top speed or even increased top speed, depending what they want out of their setup and the race. Obviously, Parc Fermé rule says they are stuck with this setup, so whatever they do in qualifying is what they're going to end up stuck with. And as Emperava goes through the famous final chicane and past the wall of champions, how many of our champions on the grid will hit that wall? I'm looking at Matahimovic, Gary 131, Fury, Big Boy Brazier, and a few others as well. Argent as well, all looking possibly to go in the wall of champions. But right now, it is Ivor who sets the early pace. And we get the tyres, really kind of pointless because we know that most of them will be on the soft tyre. And let's get all the information up that we are so used to. We don't want the mini map, we want the full track map so we can see everything that is going on. Like I said, guys, welcome, and if you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified so you do not miss a single bit of action here at Simplay Motorsport. Emperava is on a lap, he is exiting the final part, the hairpin, and strict rules at the minute, so it means everyone's got to stick within the track limits. And here's Ivor, who is at the top of the table. We have a yellow flag at the minute. Looks like a Mercedes is in the wall. That looks like DJ Phil. He's had a moment there. These guys will be making sure that they'll be making sure they get the best opportunity they can in this session to get them as far up the grid as they possibly can. Max Mulder, Tibbs is going to take pole with the lap. He is going to start now. So, well, let's have a look, shall we? Tibbs currently going into turn one. So we start a flying lap as we speak. Tibbs' mum, aka Tracy, switch accounts this time, Tracy. As we are on board Tibbs as he goes through the first sector, we will run a different car because obviously we want to see different people running different laps every week, and I think we've already done a lap with Tibbs this season. It's a little bit laggy, obviously, due to him being in the US. As he goes through the middle sector, trying to nail this lap. We've got a yellow flag just in the final sector. That's possibly where drivers are starting to slow down and make sure they get the best run possible, as he now heads into hairpin turn 10 and tries to go and set the best lap possible past 11. Not really a corner, as he goes down the casino straight towards turn 12 and 13, the War of Champions. He goes, and it sounds like he is lifting and possibly going into the pits. Nope, he's going to set himself up for a lap. Meanwhile, a car behind him is on a lap, and that, I think, is Bozzy Boy in the Red Bull. He is coming to complete a lap time, and where does that put him? It only puts him 11th at the minute. So at the minute, it is Ivor who leads the way. There's a yellow flag, but James currently on an invalid lap time right now. So Ivor has gone purple first sector, but it is an invalid lap time as well. These boys obviously need to make sure they stick within the track rules, or else they will not be able to complete their laps. So Ivor heading up towards the hairpin. Who's currently on a lap? Leon Fernie's still in the pits. James is now on a lap. As he heads towards the chicane of 3 and 4, towards 5 and into 6. Is he purple first sector? Yes, he is at the minute. We will come back with James later on. We will catch a driver to do a full lap with. I think let's do a lap. Who is on the exit? Someone on a lap. We'll go on board with Arj. I don't know if he's on a flyer right now. So he heads towards turn 1. He makes sure he brakes just for that service road, turning into the left and to the right, being patient because the car will want to go light, want to lose the back end as he then heads towards turn 3 and 4, making sure you take as much curb as you possibly can without taking the limits over the left, over the right, and towards 6, 5 and 6, then up towards 6 here. Again, that curb a little bit offline as James now goes fastest of all. Turn 7. Trying to nail that as best he can. As 2 seconds. As it's just getting Smithy into the session. As you now head towards the World Champions, Arjun coming to complete the lap. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to get Smithy into the session. Bit of an update has been occurred that none of these guys were quite expecting. Even I didn't expect the invite, so the update. So we're in this situation where everyone's a little bit all over the shop. So at the minute, your running order, James is on pole position with a 1:11.2, 4 tenths ahead of Ivor and ahead of Leon Fernie. 4th is Big Boy Brazier, 5th is Emprava, 6th is Gary 131, 7th is Matahimovic, 8th is Nausea, 9th is Emo Guy Ian, and 10th is Exit Tips, 11th is Bozzy Boy, who's currently in the pits. Fury is currently 12th, 13th is Argent, 14th is Forzy. A. Smith is in 15th, 16th is PN Motorsport, 17th is DJ Phil, and bringing up the rear is Smokey Devil. Now, Smithy has got an invite, so hopefully he should be able to get in and control a car. So if I get rid of that, maybe we should be able to see him join the session. But we got a yellow flag here in the final sectors. We got a Haas trying to get it going. And does so. I think that might possibly have been Fury. Yes, it was. Little bit excited on the revs there. Alright, now get comfortable in my sofa so I can bring you all of the action here tonight. Max Morder saying James got the most easiest championship win ever. Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure Ivor, this man, we should be able to give him a headache. Matt will see possibly be able to come back and try and score some decent points as well. James at the minute has just got to keep it out of the wall, keep it clean, keep it consistent, and he's looking good. But right now, Ivor currently in second. Is he on a fast lap? As he comes up to towards the end of the second sector, it's still a lap time that is invalid. It is valid, so he can complete this lap. But at the minute, is he going to go purple middle sector? He is. He's 3 tenths up on his best, which is not quite enough. Yellow flag in the final sector as cars moving out of the way for Ivor. And towards the back straight he goes. DRS wide open for him as he heads towards the final chicane, towards the War of Champions, as exit Tibbs now goes P2. But towards the wall he goes, he gets right up against the wall. As there as he goes, shortest run to the line, and towards the line he comes. It's P2 only, so James just hanging in there with only 3 minutes left of the session. Is James coming out? No sign of him just yet, but exit Tibbs, brilliant job to put it up to P3. What could Gary and Matt do? Gary currently in hairpin, and he's gone purple middle sector. Matt is in the final corner. What can he do in the Aston Martin? Towards the line now, and stays P8. Who else on a lap? I think Gary's coming to complete his lap. He was purple. 6/10 up on his best. And he's just invalid his lap time as he goes through the chicane. Smithy is in and running, so it's good to see that Smithy's got into the session and he's able to do a qualifying lap. Right, we've got a bunch of cars. We got the Alfa Romeo trying to get right out of the way as there's a queue of cars. Fury on an outlap at the minute. I believe exit Tibbs has probably saved some ERS so he can go again, but there is cars everywhere. Yellow flag in the first sector. Who's that? That's M. Plava, I think. Trying to get some... Nope, that's Nausea. Trying to get some gap. Leon Fernie trying to get out of people's way. Short track, a lot going on. Matt currently 6/10 up on his best. Can he improve? Yellow flag again. That's Gary 131, I think, in the other end of the circuit. Through the chicane, Matt goes. Is he going to complete the lap? And towards the line he comes. Where he goes fastest of all. And James still sitting in the pits. Ivor done, and I think exit Tibbs. All these guys are done for qualifying. Leon Fernie, next man really who can really pose a threat, and Big Boy Brazier as well. Big Boy goes through sector and he's not faster. Who's on the final chicane? That is Emprava in the Alfa Romeo. Towards the line he comes. Any improvement on P7? No, so he is starting this final flying lap. Gary starts his final flying lap. All or nothing now. There is a Haas. That is Fury. He's currently on a lap. He's a 10th down on his best. Towards the chicane he comes. Nail the chicane. Get a good run on exit. He's a 10th down on his best. If he's lost all the time in the final chicane, this is where he should gain it now. No improvement. As Tibbs in the chat says he's happy with P3, but P4 is where he's dropped to. As Matt and Ivor all improved. Big Boy Brazier, no improvement. The Alpine of Argent, no improvement either. He stays where he is. Bozzy Boy is coming to the line now. We got an AlphaTauri behind, no improvement for Bozzy Boy. Emo Guy towards the line, any improvement? No, none for him either. There's a yellow flag. As some of the cars are now coming into the pits. The Mercedes in the pits. Smithy is out and gets in some laps under his belt. And towards the line he comes. And he puts a lap on the board. I think he'll get another one. Yes, he will. So he gets a couple of laps here. We've got another AlphaTauri coming through. That's Ivor. He will not improve his lap time because it's been invalidated. And across line, he will start P3. There is an Alfa Romeo. Is that Emplava? No, it's Nausea. It's currently in 11th place. Can he find a little bit more time or pace? Towards the chicane he comes. Still valid at this minute. Big Boy Brazier also on a lap. But here comes Nausea towards the line. Any improvement? No, he stays 11th. Big Boy Brazier bails and goes to the pits. As Smithy retires, Gary's in the pits. Everyone's starting to come back to the pits. Bozzy Boy is going to complete his lap. As Argent comes and completes his lap, he improves but doesn't go any higher than 14th. Bozzy Boy, no improvement either. So we just wait on Emo Guy. He's invalidated his lap time. N5, the last man to come towards the line. And he heads towards the final chicane. And he is done for the session. So it will be Matt Imovic who takes pole position here in the 6th round of the F1 Championship here at Montreal Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. And Matt is your man on pole, but he's got James starting right next to him on the front row. Guys, if you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss any of the action here at Simplay Motorsport. And also make sure you tune in on Wednesday and Thursdays. ACC will return once again as we then head to the home of British Motorsport. We head to Silverstone for the next round of the season. Pro-Am on a Wednesday night and Pro on the Thursday night, so make sure you tune in for that. But it is Matt Imovic who takes pole position here at Canada, but it's going to be an all-Welsh top 3 with an American up there as well, giving it a good go. I think that's one of Tibbs' best qualifying so far. What can he do here towards his end of the pond? I'm looking forward to seeing him at a US race for sure. But Matt is on pole from James, from Ivor, from Tibbs, from Leon Fernie, from Big Boy Brazier and Brava. Ian in 8th, 9th is Gary 131, 10th is Forsey, 11th is Nausea, 12th is that Bozzy Boy, 13th is Fury, 14th is Argent, 15th is A Smith, 16th is PN, 17th is Smokey, DJ Phil in 18th, and bringing up the rear in 19th place is Smithy. Guys, who do you think is going to take the win here tonight? Matt is on pole for the sprint. He seems to do very well in the sprint, but it all goes wrong in the feature. Your championship standings look like this at the minute. James is currently on 100 points, leading away from Big Boy Brazier in second place on 73 points. Tim is in 71, with Gary in that 4th place position with 71 also to his name. Max Mulder is currently just behind him in 5th place position. Ivor in 6th. 7th is Matimovic. 8th is Emo Guy. 9th is Exit Tibbs. 10th is Emplava. 11th is Monkey Boy. 12th is Forsey. 13th is is Peon Motorsport. 14th is Leon Fernie. 15th is A Smith. 16th is Smoky Devil. 17th Nausea. 18th is Fury. 19th is Argent. 20th is that Bozzy Boy. C Smithy, Greg C and Phil are all the ones still yet to get a point on the table. And the team's championships looks like this. Aston Martin lead the way with 131 points to the name, 8 clear of Williams in 2nd place. 3rd is AlphaTauri, 4th is Alfa Romeo, 5th is Ferrari, 6th is Alpine, 7th is Haas, and 8th is Mercedes, 9th is Red Bull. And bringing up the rear is McLaren. The Williams reserve points is 6 at the minute, which at some point will be added at some point. As we're about to get underway here, and Matt will lead the way. Looks like a dry race for us at the minute. An exciting one ahead for sure. What can we expect? Guys, let's hear you in the chat. Let's see you in the chat. What are we expecting here tonight? That is the question. That's automatic. James first. I think Matt hasn't had the luck yet. I tend to agree with you on that one, Daz. I'll tell you what, because it's Tibbs' first time up the front row, I'll give him a pole for once, you know. I'm feeling nice, I'm feeling generous tonight. So, here's the pole. Oh, no. We want to add a pole. That's what we want. Start a pole. Race win. So we got James. As my mouse keyboard starts to be a mess. So we got James. Matt, Ivor, and good old Tibbs, the young American. As community, hit the button on which one who you want to see will win race 1. Is it going to be James? Is it going to be Matt? Is it going to be Ivor? Or is it going to be Tibbs at your top 4? Or who else do you think it could be? Get your votes in as well, and who you think could be an outside bet. But it is Matt on pole position with James starting right alongside him. Nice to see Mommy D in the chat. Come on, James and Fury and Tibbs. Come on. Good time, Tibbs. Tibbs. Oh, I can't talk tonight. Really struggling with my tongue tonight. But Matt will run along to the front row with James right alongside him. Who's going to take the first win of the night? PN says Phil didn't move on the formation. Okay, so drivers, I have to be cautious of that if you didn't move. Okay, so Phil will have to keep an eye on that. As we just wait for the Alpine to join the back of the grid. But here we go. Race 1 of the night. The sprint race here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. as we are about to go green. The lights come on, the revs rise as we are about to go green here in Canada, and we are away we go, and we are green in Canada as we all get away fairly well as Gary's in the wall. A few are a little bit slow, but James gets the jump, but Matt's going to send it down the inside, but Tibbs is right there. He's going to look down the inside of Matt, but James has got the jump on him. What is else going on? Leon Fernie holding up strong in 5th place. 4th and 5th as Emplaver's had a decent start. 40 up to 6th. Big boy Brazier, who's going down the order? Gary's going down the order. He's supposed to got front wing damage, and Argent's on the move, passing his teammate Smoky Devil, but PN not the best start for him, and DJ Phil bringing up the rear. Matt, though, in 2nd place, looking at the back of James. James got the jump, and away he goes. Exit Tibbs, though, right behind Matt, and is looking to try and attack him as quickly as he possibly can. Tibbs trying to get himself on the podium as he's got a decent run here on Matt. Matt a little bit slow on exit, and James is long gone in the distance. Exit Tibbs looking to the outside. Matt trying to defend the inside, but Tibbs will have to find a different way around because that's a long way around to go around the outside. But he's trying his best, but he's got the run. He's there. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. So we've had a spinner. Gary still struggling as we see a couple of cars all over the shot. And biggest one out of that was Fury. He gains a few places. Nausea is involved in that incident as well, as we see also that Bozzy Boy is fighting with A. Smith and Gary 131. A cracking little fight going on there as Forzy works his way past Emo Guy. A lot of the guys looking like they're running the medium tyre. But James leads the way. Matt with a lot of pressure of Tibbs breathing down his neck. And Tibbs really taking it to the boys at the front here tonight. As we've got Leon Fernie not too far behind in the other Alfa Romeo. We'll have to keep an eye on the keep an eye out on penalties, as A. Smith has already got a penalty by the looks of things. I'm not sure for what. But James now extending his lead. He's not got a race win to his name yet. Can he get his first race win here? As elbows out for Tibbs, says Max Mulder. And Tibbs really putting the pressure on Matt right now. Matt really has to watch his back. DRS will be enabled next lap, so Tibbs will have to wait for time. 3-second tyre penalty, multiple warnings for A. Smith, so that's corner cutting. And here comes Leon Fernie. He wants a part of the action as well. Right now, though, James having a sloppy hairpin. This is allowing Matt just to get back into the slipstream and get DRS, but he needs to break that DRS as quickly as he possibly can. Let's see what else is going on up and down the grid. Big boy Brazier's on the move, but meanwhile Ivor is looking to the outside of Forzy. Is he going to get the job done? Yes, he does. Easily done for him. Through he goes. As Forzy drops down another place. What else is going on? Gary's on a recovery try. Abe Smith has lost the position to that Bozzy Boy, and Fury's breathing down their neck. Fury on board with him as he's looking to the inside of A. Smith. He breaks for turn 1 and he gets the job done. Through he goes. Fury moves up a place for Haas. The rest of the order is looking pretty secure as DJ Phil's under a little bit of pressure from Argent. Smithy's on his way up. He's up into 16th place position with PN Motorsport just behind them as PN runs a little bit wide and makes a mistake. DRS is now enabled this lap. As you can see now, Tibbs has got his rear wing wide open. Matt is going to be coming under some pressure now down the back straight. Tibbs needs to keep it cool, calm and collected. He is chasing down the ex-F1 champion of Matahimovic. James now extending his gap as best he can while the rest are too busy tripping over one another. Down the back straight we go. Rear wing opens up for Tibbs. And let's see how quick he gets onto the back of Matahimovic. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He won't get him this time, but he might get him into turn 1 because straight away he will get the rear wing. Oh, he has a big wiggle. And you can see all the time penalties are racking up right now. James has now got a time penalty to his name. Ivor goes fastest of all. Smoky Devil, time penalty. They're all coming in thick and fast. These boys cannot stay within track limits. So James leads the way from Matt, from Tibbs, from Leon Fernie, Enplava, Emo Guy right on the back of him, but he's got big boy Brazier breathing down his neck as well. This is a great little scrap of 5th, 6th and 7th. Enplava has a little wiggle there. He makes a mistake. That's going to give Emo Guy another chance to have a look. He's got the DRS. He should be able to get the job done heading up towards the next right-hander, and he's down the inside and gets that job done. Up through the order goes the AlphaTauri driver. Enplava, meanwhile, gets a penalty for corner cutting as he goes down the inside. Does big boy Brazier to get the job done on Enplava, and Enplava hits him, puts him on the grass. And then Brava still losing out on that place as well as the as the penalties are racking in. Race control are going to be so busy with this one. Meanwhile, Exit Tibbs still pressurizing Matahimovic as James is now losing time to Matt. And Matt's now got a time penalty. At this minute, if Tibbs keeps his nose clean, he will be on pole position for the feature. He just needs to stick with these two and he'll win this race just by not cutting corners. So Tibbs looking good at the minute. No time penalty to his name. This could be an outside bet here for Tibbs. We've got 9 votes in at the minute. Get your votes in, guys, as Emo Guy is now trying to extend that gap on Big Boy Brazier. Now Ivors go on Brava. A lot of these guys, the orders might change due to the fact that they're carrying penalties. Oh, Brava makes a mistake there. Ivor gets right onto the back of him. Fury now dropping down the... Oh, that Bozzy Boy's had a mistake. And he's right in the middle of the track. He's got to wait to make sure he's got clear air to go, and he's got going again. Front wing damage to him. Ivor now with a 3-second time penalty. In come the time penalties. Is all going to be out. Who hasn't got a time penalty? Forzi now attacking Emprava. Yellow flag in the hairpin. Not sure why. We got a car facing the wrong way. It's Matt. Matt's dropped it, and he's dropping down the order thick and fast. Couldn't stand the pressure of Tibbs, and through goes Emprava. But he ain't got DRS, I don't think. Oh, he does. He's going to try and go around the outside of Matt. Matt is going to stay there. And Brava had to pull out of that one as Ivor, yellow flags for ignoring. Yellow flags, 5-second time penalty. That's a bit harsh there from the stewards there. Not sure why is that, but Ivor now got a 5-second time penalty to his name. But at the minute, James leading the way. But Exit Tibbs is on fire here tonight. Tibbs is pushing Matt hard. If he keeps doing this, Matt, he will get him, and he did. Matt made a mistake, and around he went. Let's have a look at all the penalties that have come in. Look, 3, 6 for Big Boy Brazier, 8 for Ivor, 3 for Matt, 3 for Emprava, 3 for Gary. Exit Tibbs now give a 3-second time, and then he's hit the wall. Has he got front wing damage? I think he's managed to get away with it. So it's now even Stevens at the front. They can't afford to make any more mistakes. We got a yellow flag. Not sure who that is. That's Ivor. I think he's crashed out. We got a full-blown safety car. There is Ivor. He has crashed out here. So Ivor crashing out in that one. So many penalties being awarded as Tibbs goes through. Leon Fernie goes through. Emo Guy at the minute, thanks to the safety car and keeping his nose clean. No track limits to him. He's going to work his way up to the front of the field. Naughty boys taking too many track limits here. They just need to all just calm down, take their time, and not push the limits. As we now just calm things down once again. What an exciting start to this race. Now Tibbs has to do it on pace. Then the penalty. He can do this. Yep, he just has to play this smart. Look after his tyres, look after his car, try and save up the ERS. And he'll be able to attack James as soon as he possibly can. Phil looks like he's been caught up in all sorts of troubles here. But the penalties are all racking in, guys. Wow, what a dramatic start to this race already. A dramatic start to this night. As James still leading the way at the minute. We are past the halfway point, so we are going to stop the polls there. 44% of you reckon that James will win this race, but Matt will get 33, Tibbs with 44, and Ivor will get none, as he is currently out of this one. I'd say we'll end the poll there. I'm on the wrong one, so there we go. We will end the poll there with James at the top, favoured to win this one, as we just wait for the rest of the pack to get in. And remember, guys, if you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified so you do not miss a single bit of action here at Simplay Motorsport, as we bring you some of the best racing here on F1, as we are racing here for round 6 at Canada. And it is James leading the way. So what can James do? He's got Tibbs right behind him. Tibbs is turning into a formidable opponent for these guys. And in the North America circuits, he looks very, very strong, especially here in Canada. know the Americans and Canadians don't like me comparing them, but he is about as local as they get. I think there might be a few tickets coming in. So your running order before we get things going once again is James leading away from Tibbs is second, third is Leon Fernie in the Red Bull, fourth is the remaining AlphaTauri of Emo Guy, fifth is Big Boy Brazier, sixth is Matahimovic, seventh is Emplava, eighth is Gary 131, ninth is Forzy, 10th is Fury, 11th is A Smith, 12th is Nausea, 13th is Argent, Smoky Devil is in 14th, the Alpines running one another, 15th is PN Motorsport, then 16th is Smithy, 17th is that Bozzy Boy, and DJ Phil are bringing up the rear. Hopefully we can go racing. The drivers with a penalty: James, Exit Tibbs, Leon Fernie, Big Boy Brazier with 6, Matt with 3, Emplava with 3, Gary with 3, A Smith with 8, Smoky Devil with 3, Smithy with 6, and DJ Phil with 3 to his name. It's all going to be about who cannot get any more penalties, as we are safety car in this lap. So all these boys better be careful, that because James will be forced to slow right down because the game does it automatically. He can't help it. And you can see here all the guys just slowing right down. DJ Phil bringing up the pack of the pack. And James, when does he choose to go? We're about to go racing here. We head towards the final chicane. And James has gone, and Tibbs has gone right with him. Tibbs is not falling asleep on that one. He's gone right with him, and we go racing once again. Only a couple of laps left to go. Smithy, once again, another penalty to his name. Oh, as Tibbs has a wiggle. That's giving Leon Fernie an opportunity to go down the inside. He thinks better of it and pulls out of that move. Ian, no, right on the back of him. He's got to choose the right time to clear or just wait. But every time he sits behind these two, James could pull further and further away. As we've got a yellow flag further back, that's Gary. He's in the wall. Gary's dropped it. He's going to have to be careful not to hit anyone. Smithy's gone off as well. He's lost the front wing. But Gary, he's struggling to get going. He's got it going and facing the right way. James, though, leads the way, but Exit Tibbs is under some massive pressure from Leon Fernie. He looks down the inside of the hairpin. He makes contact with Tibbs. It's a little bit messy. And Emo Guy looking to try and make the move. Big Boy Brazier trying to make a move. And now Matt comes flying through. That all started out with Leon Fernie making contact. This could go horribly wrong here. Cars left, right, and centre. As they all head into the chicane. We've not come together. Wow. Oh, there we go. There's the contact. Big Boy Brazier and Leon Fernie come together, and in the wall, there you go. Big Boy Brazier needs to be careful he doesn't get in anybody way. Fury now up into 5th place position. He has made some massive gains out of that one, as Emplava now gets passive. Forzy also there as well. All these guys with no penalties to the name are in a very, very good position. Meanwhile, Emo Guy still breathing down the neck of Matt. Emplava is now really got a fight on his hands with Fury. Fury breathing down his neck, but he's also got Forzy right behind him. He's going to lose out in time with these lot, but James has just checked out. Off he goes. Leon Fernie dropping further and further back, as now PN is on the back of Leon Fernie. Is he able to find a way through? We go back to the front as that Bozzy Boy is getting passed by Argent, and through Argent goes. Oh, as Bozzy just, he's held it together, and he's coming back at him. We go back to Emo Guy, because he is now right on the back of Matahimovic. Emo Guy really needs to stick with James as much as he possibly can. He can't let him get too far away, and at the minute he is too far away. Emo Guy down the inside of Matahimovic. He's getting the job done, and through into 3rd place he goes. Now he needs to hunt down and try and catch Exit Tibbs as best he possibly can. Tibbs is now actually coming back at James. James having a couple of sloppy laps. Matt also trying to attack Emo Guy. Fury right on the back of Emplava. He needs to clear him as quickly as he can. Smoky Devil now gets a penalty added to him again, as Big Boy Brazier losing positions. Now that Bozzy Boy getting really close to the back of Jamie. Has he got damage? As we got a yellow flag, that is Smithy coming into the pits with his front wing damage. As Bozzy Boy has made contact. Whoa, he nearly hits PN Motorsport. Bozzy Boy, I think, has made contact with Big Boy Brazier. He was too busy trying to hunt down Argent. There's all sorts of chaos going on. As we see here now, Fury still trying to attack Emplava and catch him out, but he's unable to find a way through. Bozzy with a lot of damage. As you see there, Forzy had a second thought about attacking Fury into the hairpin, and Brava nearly drops the rear. That's giving Fury no other invitation to go, yep, I'll have that place. DRS assistance as well, but they're still side by side as it heads towards the chicane. And Fury gets the job done. Through up into 5th place he goes. Now he needs to try and hunt down Matt. A. Smith now with another time penalty to his name. There's Emo Guy working to try and get on to the back of Exit Tibbs and James. James at the minute, his race win might slip away. We've got a yellow flag in the first sector. Who is that? That is Argent. He's facing the wrong way. Has he just hit the loud pedal a bit too hard, and around he goes. PN's looking down the inside of him as they head towards turn 3. He's got the inside, but Argent stays there and keeps the position. So a lot of these guys on a recovery drive. Jamie now with another time penalty to his name. Exit Tibbs bringing that gap down to the leader. Gary sets fastest lap of the race on the softer tyre. But towards the finish line we come on the last lap. James is just hanging in there. Is it enough though? I think it might be. As James now comes into the final chicane. James towards the start finish line. Tibbs will lose the front row. Emo Guy gets that penalty, so James will win this race from Exit Tibbs in 2nd. 3rd will be Emo Guy. 4th will be Matahimovic. 5th will go the way of Fury, but he wasn't quite close enough to Matt. Fury and Forzy 6th. Emplava 7th. Noisia will go up into 7th. As a few others move around. Leon Fernie in 9th, Big Boy Brazier 10th, A. Smith will finish 11th, Argent will go up to 10th, and PN will go up to 11th as well, with all the penalties said and done. Smoky Devil and that Bozzy boy going at it. Bozzy, even if he gets past, will get the penalty and finish behind him. So Smoky will get 14th, 15th will be that Bozzy boy. DJ Phil will come across the line for 16th. Gary, 1-3-1 crosses the line, and I think he goes faster again, with A. Smith bringing up rear in 18th, and Ivor will finish in 19th place position. But James finally gets his first win. It's a sprint win, but he wins the first race here tonight in Canada. And if it wasn't for Emo Guy getting the last lap of a penalty with the cut in the corner, I think we could have been having a different story here. But it is James who is now got a decent points gap over his closest rival, which is Big Boy Brazier. James wins here for the sprint race in Canada. Good stuff there from James. He gets his first win. Driver of the day goes to Fury on that one, as we now get ourselves prepped and ready to go for the feature. But it is James who takes the race win, and will start on the front row with Exit Tibbs alongside him. Exit Tibbs' best performance yet. 2nd place to his name. Brilliant stuff from him. 3rd is Emo Guy. 4th is Matimovic. Could have done a lot more with that. He probably would have felt. Fury is in 5th. 6th is Forzy. 7th is Nausea. 8th is Nat and Brava. 9th is Leon Fernie. 10th is Argent. 11th will be PN. 12th is Big Boy Brazier. 13th is Smith. 14th Smoky Devil. 15th that Bozzy Boy. 16th is DJ Phil. 17th is Gary 131. 18th is Smithy. And bringing up the rear and starting last on the grid will be Ivor. I'll be back in a moment's time while I go to the toilet very quickly. See you in a second. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and what a feature race we have ahead of us. It is raining. We love a wet race here at Simplay Motorsport, and what a better place to have a wet race is here in Canada. Probably, oh, we've got the full wets out. Oh yes, this is going to be spicy. So let's double check that everyone is on the full wets. Yes, they are. This is going to be a good race. Who's going to avoid the wall? Who's going to avoid making contact with each other? More importantly, who's not going to get a penalty? That is the question. If you haven't done so already, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss any of that action here at Simplay Motorsport. And make sure you head over to our Discord, all of our social media as well, Facebook and Instagram, so that you can see all of the action here and keep up to date with what's going on with all the drivers and teams as well. Oh, I'm out of breath. Right, let's get some predictions in for the race win. Tibbs, very impressed with him on that one. Very good job from him. James, once again, always where he needed to be. When he needed to be. We will have Ian's actual name here, because why not? Because he's down for that. So, predictions for race win for the next one is race 2 winner is going to be James, Tibbs, Ian or Matahimovic. You choose on who you think is going to win this one. And what an exciting race we have ahead of us. Full wet conditions. So, quick rundown of the grid. It is James on pole position. Exit Tibbs will start alongside him with Emo Guy in third. Fourth is Matimovic and fifth is Fury. Sixth is Forzy and seventh is Nausea. Eighth is Embrava. Ninth is Leon Fernie, who seems to be lagging a lot. Argent will start 10th, that PN will start 11th, 12th will be Big Boy Brazier, 13th A Smith, 14th will be Smoky Devil, 15th will be Bozzy Boy, 16th will be DJ Phil, 17th is Gary 131, 18th is Smithy, and Ivor brings up the rear. Let's get your votes in on who you think is going to take this next one. There's a lot of guys voting in for Tibbs, as we are just waiting for... No, I think we're all lined up and ready to go. Tibbs mum, Tibbs, #1, let's go. The revs come on. It is soaking wet. We have got a classic race ahead of us as we're about to go racing here at Montreal. As we see there, I think Leon Fernie's jumped the start. He has. And I think he's, yeah, he has. He's jumped the start and all sorts of chaos there. But Tibbs gets the start. Tibbs goes into turn 1 ahead of everybody else. Emo Guy gets a decent start as well. There's a Ferrari in the middle of the track as well. But it is Tibbs who gets the jump on everyone. There's all sorts of chaos going on. There's a Ferrari all over the shot. Who is that? That is PM Motorsport. He's not had a good start. But Tibbs gets the start. He leads the race here in Canada in these soaking wet conditions. Emo Guy. There's all sorts of chaos going on behind Forzy. He's got a queue of cars behind him, as they're all trying to find a way through. They've got to take their time in these wet conditions. They don't know what's going to happen as Bozzy gets contact from A. Smith there. And somehow they all are on track and on their way. Emo Guy and Tibbs though going at it, and Emo Guy goes around the outside and gets the job done. James is right behind him though. But he's got Matimovic breathing down his neck. Fury also in this scrap with Nausea with a great start up into 6th place position. As Matt's going to send it down into the hairpin, but he misses his brakes and goes completely deep. He's going to lose out not just to Fury. He might... Oh, Fury's a little bit hot on the pedal. There's a few guys are dropping down the order as Gary 131 is going to get a penalty for causing the collision with Ivor. Not good stuff there as Ian now goes into the chicane, but Tibbs has sent it. Wow, they've not made contact. I do not know, as James is just behind them. All these guys really pushing the limits here. Smoky Devil now working his way through the order. But Ian leads the way. Exit Tibbs breathing right down his neck. Can Tibbs get his first race win? James just got his first race win. Can he get his? As Matt's really starting to put pressure on James. Fury just behind them. Nausea has got pressure from Big Boy Brazier. Forzy a little bit further back with Smoky Devil breathing down his neck. Embrava, that Bozzy Boy, Argent, A. Smith, DJ Phil, Leon Fernie, C. Smithy, PM Motorsport, Gary 131, and Ivor is in the pit. Leon Fernie with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. There's another one. Rocking in the penalties now. By the way, boys, you don't get points for getting the penalties. Just so you know. Oh, Fury's missed his brakes. He's missed his brakes big time. And he goes straight on. I think Nausea is not close enough to really attack him. So Fury's got away with that one. As he now is going to start bringing down the gap to Matt once again. Matt on a new wheel tonight. Looks like he's still struggling with those brakes at the minute. But meanwhile, Emo Guy leads the way. To exit Tibbs in second, James in third, Matt in fourth, Fury fifth. Nausea under massive pressure from Big Boy Brazier. Then there's a queue of cars behind him. Forzy. We got a yellow flag further back. Who is that? PN. And that's C. Smithy. He's right in the wall. What's happened here? As he's trying to get it going again. As Emo Guy sets fastest lap of the race. And obviously, they're trying to win this race, but also fight themselves against the elements as Big Boy Brazier looking to the outside of Nausea. He has the inside for the next corner. Nausea's going to try and hold it strong on the outside, but Big Boy gets the job done by the looks of things. No, not quite. Nausea comes back with the ERS. He's going to stay strong on the outside. Big Boy's going to try and hang it out on the outside. And Nausea comes off worse. There's all sorts of chaos here. Cars flying into one another. Whoa! A. Smith managing to avoid all of that. And Nausea gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with Leon Fernie. I don't think that's fair because I think it was the contact between him and Big Boy Brazier that caused the incident. But either way, Nausea now limping as Leon Fernie goes down the inside of him. He's going to try and hold it strong on the outside. Leon Fernie goes down the inside, misses his brakes, has to cut the chicane, and through he goes. Fury just struggling with traction here. Matt trying to hunt down James. As Ivor's gone to the intermediate tyre. That's a bold move. Is that going to work out for him? Meanwhile, who's going down the order? That's Embrava. He's had a spin. We have a yellow flag. That is a virtual safety car, I believe. I can't see any of the boards. I can't see anything coming up. Yeah, there is the virtual safety car. A lot of the guys coming into the pits, possibly for a change of tyres, front wing. That's Leon Fernie, he's got a new front wing. I think who's that? That's Embrava, also a new front wing. Forzy also in for a new front wing, so all sorts of chaos right now. So the virtual safety car gives these guys a free pit stop, basically. Emo Guy, though, still leads the way. He's got a comfortable gap of 2 seconds. As James and Matt quite slow behind one another. And Fury's right there as well. So Fury's got a good opportunity here to try and get past these two. Try and help out his teammate in the Haas. So Haas doing very well at the minute. Exit Tibbs in second, Fury in fifth, Haas all the way. As Embrava gets a time penalty, drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car. Nicely done, Embrava. As James struggling for traction, Fury struggling for traction. He's got a great run out the hairpin, and is going to go to the left-hand side of Matt. And Fury now will get the slipstream off of James. James now right in front of these two. He's got to be sure that these two don't come together, as Ian now gets a time penalty for pushing the limits too hard, as Fury lights up the rear as he goes through the World Champions. Big Boy Brazier now time penalty. So Tibbs now, if he keeps the leaders behind and doesn't get any time penalties, is on his way to possibly win his first race, but he's got to stick to the back of Ian. James still in that third place position, probably thinking of championship points right in it, keeping Matt behind him. Fury in fifth. Big Boy Brazier trying to work his way onto the back of these guys. Smoky Devil and that Body Boy battling it up for 7th and 8th. There's Arger's had a moment, but he's got going again. A. Smith 10th. 11th is Nausea. 12th is PM Motorsport, as Embrava's doing his drive-through. Has to be served under green flag conditions, not safety car conditions. As Phil goes through, as they all are just trying to work their way through the order. As Fury's had a moment, he's made a mistake. And Big Boy Brazier now on the back of him. Fury really struggling to get going. Big Boy just goes right round the outside, finds the grip, and goes alongside. But Fury has the better straight line speed there and breaks for the hairpin. and both of them go deep into the hairpin, but obviously with the wet conditions, a bit of marbles, there's a bit of grip out there, so should be able to get going again. But those wet tires looking like they're starting to come a little bit useless now. Ivor, has he possibly found some pace? As that's Leon Fernie facing the wrong way. There is Ivor, yes. He has got, Emo Guy, sorry, has gone fastest of all. There is Leon Fernie. He drops down to the back of the pack. Is this man picked the right tyre right now on the inters? There's still a bit of standing water. He sounds very cautious on the throttle as he comes through the middle sector now. We'll keep an eye on his Delta as Fury's into the pits. He's obviously had front wing damage, and he's not fastest at the minute, but I don't think it'll be too long until the Inter will be the favoured tyre. Looks like DJ feels a little bit slow as Fury now exits the pits. But we go back to the leaders. Exit Tibbs has just lost track of Emo Guy, who's pulled away. Yellow flag up ahead. That is Leon Fernie. He's had another moment. Loud pedal going round, and in off he goes. James now trying to defend from Matt. Matt is breathing down his neck. And they come to the hairpin. But all this is doing is extending the gap for Emo Guy, who leads the way at the minute. He's got a 2.3 gap at the minute, which Tibbs is just within, so he can get that advantage of the 3-second time penalty to his name. There's quite a bit of a scrap going on. Smithy has gained another time penalty as well to his name. His Aroa cars now all battling it out as Emo Guy goes faster once again. Matt into the pits. Why is he into the pits? Does he need a front wing? He comes to a stop. No, he's going to the Inter. Matt blinking for the Inter here, but is it too soon? Yellow flag first sector. Why we got a yellow flag? It looks like a Red Bull. I think it's Leon Fernie. He's had a moment, I think. He's got going now. But is it too soon for the Inter? A lot of guys coming in for the Inter. Fury, Nausea, PN. When Fury had to damage front wing, he should have just come into the pits then. As we see a yellow flag, that is Leon Fernie. He's in the wall and he's on the Inter. As Matt's looking to try and get past A. Smith. He's in yellow flag conditions. I think he's just cleared him. Just, I think. So has the Inter now become the better tyre? That is the question. Emo Guy leads the way. James is currently in third and looking to try and catch onto the back of Tibbs. We will see what these guys do, as Ivor on those Inters really didn't benefit a lot from that one, as Leon Fernie has crashed out. Is this going to produce a safety car? Yes, it does, and all these guys have timed that to perfection. Drive through, speeding under the safety car for James. He has got a drive-through penalty. What a shame there for James. Matt, also 3-second time penalty to his name. Where is Matt? He's only now coming down the main straight, so Emo Guy will stay out in front of him. Tibbs will stay out in front, as will James. But James has to serve a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. He will not be happy about that one for sure. And of course, again, with the rules as they are, he has to serve it within green lap conditions. He can't serve it in a said safety car. As everyone now switch to the Inters. Fury damaging the front wing again. He's coming back in. Gary 131 onto the Inters. Smithy, the only one staying on the wets. So, we come back to a calm Canada for a minute. But I know for a fact James will not be happy. He's got a drive-through penalty. So after all is said and done, it is Emo Guy leading the way with Exit Tibbs in second. Third is James. Fourth is Matimovic. Fifth is Big Boy Brazier. Sixth is Smoky Devil. Seventh is That Bozzy Boy. Eighth is A. Smith. Ninth is Argent. 10th is Nausea. 11th is Piano Motorsport. 12th is DJ Phil. With Smithy in 13th place position, with Ivor in 14th. 15th is Forsey, 16th is Gary 131, 17th is Fury, and 18th, and bringing up the rear is Enprava. Enprava, another time penalty, trying to catch the back of the pack. Didn't really need to really worry about it too much, but he's gone and done it anyway. Now, also, I just want to say, Enprava, we're coming up to the back of the safety car. Luckily this time you're not behind it, but just be careful you do not drop the car while under the safety car. I know you have a problem with safety cars. It's out. Just take it easy. As we've got another car into the pits, that is Smithy. I think he's finally realised that he is on the wrong tyre and he needs to be on the inters. Yes, he is, and in he comes. With these conditions, anything and everything can happen. So, everyone has an opportunity still to win a race here with these wet conditions. As my nose is really annoying me today. So lap 9, we've still got a long way to go. 25 laps still to go. And this gives me a great opportunity to say, because if you haven't done so, then please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and head over to our Discord or our Facebook page for any of the news and information on what's going on here at Simplay Motorsport. And also head over to the Sim Grid. We are live on the Sim Grid, so if you want to have a look at anything there that we have got available to you, then please head over to the Sim Grid and get involved. As I just update the poll. And the poll, most of you reckon that Tibbs is going to win this race, as the safety car will go around one more time. Let's have a quick run through of what the standings look like after the sprint. So after the sprint, it was James who still leads the way and extends his gap over Big Boy Brazier, 37 ahead of him now, with Tim still in 3rd place and Gary still in 4th, with Max Boulder 5th, Matt is in 6th, Ivor in 7th, 8th is Emo Guy, 9th was Tibbs, 10th is Enprava, 11th is Forsey, 12th is Monkey Boy, 13th was PN, 14th was Leon Fernie, 15th was A Smith, Fury up to 16th, 17th is Smoky Devil, 18th is Nausea, 19th is Argent, 20th is Outboardy Boy, and still to score a point, Smithy, DJ Phil, and Greg C. Aston Martin lose a little bit of points in the championship, as it's now 3 points separating Aston Martin and Williams, with AlphaTauri in 3rd, with Alfa Romeo in 4th, Ferrari in 5th, 6th is Alpine, Haas is in 7th, 8th is Mercedes, 9th is Red Bull, and McLaren is in 10th place position. After we are all now lined up and queued up, ready to go for the last part of this race. Hopefully we won't get another safety car. Leon Fernie out of this race. Who is going to come on top? Can I join back the league and get my penalty point back? Lol, says Max Mulder. There's currently 19 people currently watching. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. And I believe we should have the safety car in this lap. Yes, we do. Invite Ivor disconnected. Okay, I am on it. Invite for Ivor, as I'm hopefully try and get this sorted before we go green. Where is Ivor? There he is. Invite has been sent to him. So, Ivor will be under the AI, but we should be able to get going once again. As the Emo Guy will control the pace, he will determine when we go racing. Exit Tibbs right on the back of him, and away we go. He's off and gone, and a 5-second penalty for Forsey. We're causing a collision with Ivor, so that's not really fair. As Matt straight on the attack on James, and it's the back of James as well. This is going to allow Big Boy Brazier to get closer. Smoky Devil caught napping while the rest got going, and everyone else obviously stuck behind them. Bozzy Boy, 3-second time penalty for excessive track limits, and DJ Phil, sorry, Forsey's in the pits probably to do his time penalty, and Tibbs was looking like he was attacking him then. Smoky Devil causing a collision with Fury. Fury now dropping down the order, I think. Sorry, that's Smoky Devil dropping down the order. Tibbs now under pressure from James. Matt is under pressure from Big Boy Brazier. Big Boy gets right onto the back of Matt here. A little bit of a wiggle there from him. DJ Phil, he now gets a time penalty. Fury working his way up the order. There's only a handful of people who haven't got a time penalty yet. But Fury working his way through the order. Oh, is there contact here from DJ Phil and Gary? And DJ Phil there, caught out by Gary coming up alongside him. PN in 9th, Nausea in 8th, as we got a little bit of a scrap here as Big Boy Brazier is getting closer, and James is straight to the pits to serve his drive-through. Not what he would have wanted at all, but Emo Guy now leads the way, but ahead of Exit Tips. Exit Tips though, no penalty to his name, he just needs to sit on the back of Emo Guy. Where is this going to drop out? James, he's coming down the pit lane, he's now off the limiter, he's 14th. Can he work his way up the order? That is the question. And he folds in just ahead of Fury. So James has got a lot of work to do now. Easier to get it over and done with as quickly as he possibly can. We will keep an eye on James's progress later on. Emplava is his first challenger, and Fury's right on the back of him though, ready to hound. Oh, Fury hits him. Fury hits James, who hits Emplava, who nearly hits Ivor. Now I think Ivor's AI is still in. Not 100% sure, that's why he's a little bit slower. But now, Ian leads the way, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. Tibbs is sitting in that second place. Can he stick with him? Stay within that 3 seconds so he can win this race. Matt still under pressure from Big Boy Brazier. We don't need the tyres right now. We want to look at the penalties. Matt's got a 6-second time penalty at the minute, so he's going to lose out to Big Boy Brazier. As they head through the chicane, it is Emo Guy still leading the way. There's loads of scraps going on. Looks like Nausea getting overtaken by Argent. Argent messes it up. Gary comes on the scene and hits the back of him. As Argent now looking to the left-hand side, looking for many different positions. As I don't know if Ivor has got himself back in or not. I have sent him an invite, so he should have got back in. I'm going to try again, but he should definitely have an invite. Ivor. It's been sent, so he should have it. So James gets past the stricken Ivor. Hopefully he gets back into the lobby. No, Max, just no. So, Emo Guy extending the gap now. Tibbs just struggling a little bit here. Matt starting to break the gap to Big Boy Brazier. I think the rain has stopped. Yeah, the rain has stopped. So how fast is this track going to dry? A. Smith's doing a cracking job at the minute in 5th place position. The lap times are flying down. We were doing 1:12s in qualifying. As we head towards turn 1, A. Smith towards the first corner. He's got Nausea hunting him down. Gary 131 is just behind them. And DJ Phil gets himself another time penalty. Fury's holding up the pack now. Or is it Ivor's AI? I'm not sure. I have sent Ivor an invite, so he should be able to get back into the session. But he is dropping down the order. James working his way back up. He's up to 10th. Meanwhile, Jamie is closer than ever to the back of Matahimovic. As we head up towards the chicane, Tibbs once again just dropping out that gap. He's trying to be cautious, but as he's being cautious, oh, Jamie now gets another time penalty to his name, pushing the limits again. As you see here, Embrava now attacking the Mercedes of DJ Phil. Gary 131, another time penalty to his name as DJ Phil goes to the pits. That's an interesting call. Has he got front wing damage? Is he going to risk the soft tyre? He's going onto the soft tyre here. He's serving his penalty. But DJ Phil, first man to go onto the slick tyre. That is bold. DJ Phil straight in with the soft tyre. That's a bold move. A lot of these guys might be thinking and seeing how DJ Phil gets on with those soft tyres. As Fury's mum is in chat, even though I hope everyone's had a good weekend. Yeah, it's been alright. But Ian now trying to extend his way. As Tibbs now goes fastest man at the minute, flying at the minute. As we're trying to get Ivor back into the session. He needs another invite. And once again, I will try and send it to him. Sent to him again. So, Big Boy Brazier looking to try and get onto at the back of Matt. As now, that Bozzy Boy has gone to the soft tyre as well. How is Phil getting on at the minute? Is currently, is he going to do the fastest lap? Forzy goes to the hard tyre. That's a bold move. I would have gone medium personally, but Bozzy and Forzy both going into the pits for dry tyres. DJ Phil coming on to the back of him as he's got grip out there. So will the leaders think about doing this now? If I was Tibbs, I'd strongly think about it. I'm not gaining enough time on the leader. Emo Guy is going to come flying into the chicane. He stays out, so does Tibbs. What does Matt and Jamie do? Both of them bail and go for the pits. I think this is the best thing that these two could do. Also, James needs to start thinking about strategy also. As Nausea goes in, Ace Smith goes in, Gary stays out, obviously because his teammate is in the pits. Argent goes into the pits, and in comes James as well. There's that Fury as well coming in. Everyone's filing into the pits. Medium tyres for Big Boy and Matt. And Matt has a big wiggle as he comes out. But Gary now up in the third place position. Tibbs been slowly creeping the gap onto Emo Guy. Ian in the lead of this race. As PN gets himself another penalty to his name. There's a lot of people in the pits. Bozzy Boy is moving up the order as they're all going through as he just gives himself a time penalty. And Bozzy trying to catch and move his way through. A bit hard on the pedal and around he goes. Smoky Devil on the insert flies past Nausea, but Nausea with the better grip. They're still side by side as they head towards the next corner. And Smoky Devil losing out to the slick tyre, but Nausea really struggling with grip. Smoky Devil right behind him. Now Ian and Exit Tibbs are in the pits. Emo Guy going for the hard. I really would go for the medium, and that is what Tibbs is doing. Matt and Big Boy coming into the final chicane. There is Matt. Where is Ian? He's off the limiter, as is Tibbs. So they've reacted and made sure that they stayed ahead, but Matt would have brought that gap down as he goes purple final sector. But Tibbs is right there. He is within reach of the race lead. And obviously, Tibbs has now got himself a 3-second time penalty. So he will now have to make sure he is clean as a whistle. Gary exits the pits. He is now P6 for staying out longer. He's managed to work his way up the pack. James is PA and working his way through. Ivor, I think, is still under the AI. I think it might be the AI still, or it might be him. I'm not 100% sure. I know he has a stream, so I'm going to see if he is in the car. Hoping he is. But right now, Ivor is working his way up the order As Fury now passes Emprava, he works his way up. James is on a mission. He's on the hard tyre, so he's got a long stint here on the hards. But I think the medium could make it to the end. As I see exit Tibbs, he's got DRS. He's gone fastest of all. Matt goes faster again. Obviously, he's done a whole complete lap, while Tibbs hadn't. And all these guys pushing as hard as they can. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? That's a McLaren. I think that was Smithy possibly having a fight with Bozzy Boy. Yes, it was. Bozzy's got front wing damage and racing with Smithy. As Ivor, I think he's back in the car. He's got to be. He's flying at the minute out in 12th place position. He is working his way through the order. So, the hard tyre not working at the minute for Emo Guy, but he will be definitely able to get himself to the end of this race. And Smokey Devil gets himself another time penalty to his name. So, Emo Guy, Tibbs, Matt, Big Boy Brazier. Gary's now down the inside of Nausea, or is Nausea attacking Gary? Nausea is attacking Gary on the soft tyre, and through he goes up into 5th place position. A. Smith just behind them on the medium tyre, and James a little further back with the hard tyre. We got a yellow flag. Who is that? That's Bozzy Boy. He is out of this race. That's a full-blown safety car, and this is going to save James. So Emo Guy right now has to slow right down to the delta. So the guys on the medium tyre, this will benefit them because they don't wear the tyre life. So both Red Bulls out of this race. And Big Boy Brazier in 4th, 5th is Nausea, 6th is Gary, 7th is A. Smith, 8th is James. This is going to benefit him. He then catches up onto the back of the pack. Him and A. Smith, the only ones without a penalty to his name. Arjun in 9th, Emplava in 10th, with Ivor in 11th. He was working his way up the order very, very quickly, with PN in 12th. 13th is Fury, and 14th is 4Z. 15th is Smokey Devil, and 16th is DJ Phil. Smithy rounds off the 17 runners here, and I'm amazed we still got 17 runners at this minute. With rain, track limits, all sorts of chaos going on. But here's the Emo Guy who still leads this race. Let's do a penalty check right now. So Matt with a 6-second time penalty. So right now he's got 3 seconds to make on the leaders as Nausea is in the pits, I think. Yes, he is. He's now put the medium tyre. He can definitely get to the end on those. Ivor, a 3-second time penalty to his name. Right, let's have a look at penalty. Emo Guy with 3, so is Tibbs. 6 for Big Boy Brazier and Jamie. And Gary 131 only with 3. A. Smith with none to his name, so he's in a good position with James also none to his name. Argent in 8th with 3. Empire with 3. Ivor with 6. Nausea with 3. Emprava with, PN with 6, Fury with 6, 4Z with 3, Smokey Devil's got a drive through, DJ Phil and Smithy both have 6 to their name as well. James and A. Smith, the only ones not with a time penalty, shows how much these boys are trying to exploit the best laps they possibly can to try and go as fast as they can. Not long left of this race. Emo Guy, Ian leading the race. Is he able to get himself another race win and become a repeat winner? Or is Exit Tibbs finally going to get his first race win? As we are running behind. Excuse me. running behind the Aston Martin safety car. As the Haas boys were looking good until Fury had a little bit of an incident, which has caused him to drop down the order, so Haas will not be scoring very well points-wise. The rain has gone. The rain has gone, the sun's come out, and we're about to go racing once again. Just waiting on DJ Phil and Smithy just to catch on to the back of the pack. Ivor, what can he do at this stage of the race? He was looking very, very fast earlier on. Might be going one more lap here, unless Smithy suddenly catches the back of the pack. Yes, he does, which means we can go racing once again. Emo Guy will slow the pack down. We are about to go green. We're about to go racing once again. Not long left. 13 laps worth of racing. A sprint as such. Emo Guy leads the way, but Tibbs on the brink of possibly taking his first win here at Simplay Motorsport. And Emo Guy going into the final chicane, and we are green, we are racing, and Tibbs has gone with him and stuck right onto the back of him on the hard tyre. He goes, and trying to get him fired up as quick as he can, but he can't quite do so at the minute. So Tibbs breathing down the neck of Emo Guy. Nerves must be kicking in right now for him as he's trying to get his first win here, as he's looking down the inside. He's going to try and lunge. He thinks better of it and gets away with it. Oh, he really has to pick his time, wait for the DRS, possibly the best time to get it, but he has got a few guys behind him breathing down his neck. James, not the best restart from him. As you see a couple of guys a little bit loose on the rear. That was Embrava, Embrava getting passed by Ivor there around the outside. A beautiful move there from Ivor. Meanwhile, PN is under pressure from Smoky Devil. He's got Forzy, who's made a mistake, as Tibbs now right on the rear of Emo Guy. He's going to go down the inside of the hairpin. He's going to get the nose down the inside. Is he going to get traction? He's too loud on the pedal, and he nearly goes round. Matt is still there, though. Tibbs is still there. He's fighting it. He's going for it. Tibbs on the inside. Matt is breathing right behind them, but he can't get the lunge. Look down the inside. Will Tibbs try and send it into the chicane? He thinks better of it. Emo Guy just hangs in there. Tibbs has a wiggle. Matt's going for the attack as they head towards turn one. Matt goes to the outside. We've got a yellow flag in the final sector. Who is that? That is Fury. He's out of this race. He's hit the War Champions, and safety car comes out once again. Matt will have to yield as Nausea causes a collision with Fury there. So was that contact between Fury and Nausea? Argent going to the soft tyre, not a bad choice here. But hopefully the safety car will not take long to come in and out. It's all going to be down by times. Yellow flag, DJ Phil ignoring the yellow flag. All these guys have to stick to a delta, basically, until... They've got to stick to the delta until they get to the back of the safety car, or at least the first lap out the way. So right now they're all just trying to work their way to the back of the safety car. Gary 131's attacking, drive-through penalty, speeding under the safety car. That is Argent, obviously eager to try and get himself onto the back of the queue. He's gone and sped, got a little bit too fast over the delta. But right now, Emo Guy is once again going to have to try and defend. PN's coming to the pits. Is he trying to put some soft tyres on? DJ Phil's in the pits as well, or is this all front wing damage? But hopefully with the pack relatively close, we should be able to go green quite quickly. DJ Phil got going. I think they both had front wings. And Arjun comes into the pits. I think he was trying to serve his drive-through, but he's going to have to pit instead. He's pitted. And obviously he's trying to serve his drive-through, but he can't. because you can't do it under safety car. You have to do it in green conditions. So we try this again. 10 laps to go. Emo guy on hards, but everyone else on mediums have not really been stressed out too much. DJ Phil, the only one on a set of softs. And Exit Tips is in second with Matahimovic in third. Big Boy Brazy is fourth, ahead of James in a minute, who was on the set of hard tyres. Anything can happen to the leaders right now, and James could be in a good opportunity to score more points. Gary in fifth, so he has to clear Gary. A. Smith is in seventh, and Ivor has been working his way up the pack ever so slightly. He's in 8th place. Forzy in 9th, 10th is Smoky Devil, 11th is Smithy, and 12th is Nausea. 13th is Emplava, the two alphas running together, and PN and DJ Phil catch onto the back of the pack with Argent in 16th as Gary's up to pit. He's up to put the soft tyre on. He goes to the back of the queue as Phil was in the pits again for some soft tyres. Is Phil trying to serve his drive-through? Because he won't be able to while it's green, while it's in the safety car. Has he got a drive-through? He hasn't got a drive-through. I'm not sure what he's doing here, but he keeps coming in and out of the pits. Not sure what is going on there. So, as we wait for Phil and Smoky Devil and Argent just to get onto the back of the pack, excuse me, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss any of the action here at Simplay Motorsport. Ivor is a man who's looking to work his way up the pack, but his teammate is running at the front. Emo guy Ian is at the front, and the safety car is in this lap. We get to go racing once again. Emo guy to the chicane we go, and he wants to try and get those hard tyres up to temperature as quickly as he possibly can. We keep an eye out for penalties. Who's going to push the limits too hard? Who is not going to push hard enough? That is the question. As Emo guy comes to the chicane, we go racing. And now as we go green, as Emo guy tries to get the jump on Tibbs, but Tibbs again right there as he's got the better grip tyre of the medium tyre. Towards turn one we go. 2 laps until the DRS is enabled, and Tibbs is right on the rear wing. Oh, he makes slight contact with Emo guy. He's that eager, he nearly hits the back of Tibbs. Oh, we got a car out. That's Smithy. He's dropped it. Are we going to have another safety car? Smithy is out of this race. Hopefully not. We can keep it green. But Ian leading the way. Tibbs right behind him, and Matt behind him. Big Boy Brazy also. James has cleared A. Smith, and obviously no Gary to worry about, so James now can attack Big Boy Brazier, who is his closest championship rival, and he's worked his way up the order. So Emo guy still leading the way. No safety car needed, which is great to see. Gary with his soft tyres working his way up the order. Matimovic though breathing down the neck of Tibbs. Big Boy Brazier sitting there in 4th place position. No DRS just yet, but he puts the DRS on. He's really trying to hustle Matt. Meanwhile, James is right behind him. Jamie gets another penalty, and Matt was a little bit slow on exit, and Jamie's going to get past Matt there, and through Jamie goes. Oh, Tibbs has dropped it. No, Tibbs was so eager to get to the back of Emo guy. He's dropped it, and he's in the wall. Such a shame there for him. So now at the minute, way things look at the minute, penalty points wise, or time penalty wise, James is in the box seat because he's got no penalties to his name, while the rest all ahead of him have got time penalties. So is James possibly on another way to win another race just because of the penalties? 9 for Big Boy Brazier and Matt. 3 for Emo Guy. So at this rate, A. Smith will move up the order as well. Gary's on a flyer. He's on the softer tyre. He works his way up. Tibbs has got a lot of work to do now, but I don't think he's going to get very far. He's currently just coming up to the back of the snake, so such a shame for Tibbs there. He was looking so good. The DRS is now enabled. Now Jamie is on to the back of Emo Guy. Emo Guy just trying to nurse those hard tyres to the end. Meanwhile, Jamie and Matt are on better mediums, but how long will they last? Will they die out just at the end of this race? And all James has to do is sit behind him and stay close so that he does not lose reach. He basically needs to lose 10 seconds, as I think Ivor has had a moment. He's gone round. He has. Oh, a big contact there with DJ Phil. He's hit DJ Phil. He's got to go in. He's got to be careful not to hit anybody else. The Smoky Devil goes through as well. So Ectic Tibbs gets another position there. Oh, as we go just on board with Forzi and Emplava. And Forzi gets through. Emplava losing a place there. Gary 131 now attacking onto the back of James. James, meanwhile, is attacking Matt. And Matt squeezing him to the edge of the track. So whatever happened here, Jamie maybe attacked Emo Guy and just lost the rear, which causes a domino effect. Now Gary's on the back of these lot and he's on the soft tyre. Gary opting to go on the soft tyre was a great choice, as Forzi once again stays ahead of Emplava, who's had a moment. I thought somebody had a moment there, but not so. This is allowing Emo Guy just to disappear. Big Boy Brazier, second. Third is Matt. Fourth is James, and he can't really get involved in this scrap. He can't trip over anybody. Even a second place right now would do him some good points ahead of the rest of the guys, whose main championship rival is Big Boy Brazier. But right now, Gary starting to put the pressure on James. They've only got a couple of laps to go. Oh, Gary's pushed it too hard. Trying to get onto the back of James. He's nailed the rear up and around it goes. Meanwhile, Jamie's still trying to work his way onto the back of Emo Guy. DRS for Big Boy Brazier now. Is he close enough? Exit Tibbs gets himself another time penalty. He's ahead of a few other drivers. He's slowly working his way up, but not quickly enough, as DJ Phil, I think, has had a moment. Another 3 seconds to Big Boy Brazier, who's dropped down the order. It looks like Emplava's dropped down the order. That's the place for Exit Tibbs. He moves up another one. And Nausea goes ahead of Forzi. Forzi's got front wing damage. And through goes Emo Guy to complete another lap once again, but he has got these two breathing down his neck. And James still sitting within that gap. 3 seconds. He needs to stay within Emo Guy to win this race. But while these guys are all too busy scrapping, he just sits just behind and gains those positions. All he has to do is make sure he does not get a time penalty. And here comes Big Boy Brazier trying to get a better run, a better exit. As I tried to be clever there and try and drop back the order, but didn't work. That's Big Boy Brazier now trying to get Emo Guy, but Big Boy just hasn't got the run. He's got a better run through here. He's got DRS. Emo Guy has to go defensive. Big Boy Brazier goes to the outside. He's going to go right around the outside. He's going to try it, and he gets the job done. Matt's going to go down the inside as well. So both of those guys get the position. Is Emo Guy going to try and hang it strong? No, he can't, because Matt goes flying back through. And now they have to put the foot down and get going, because they both have 9 seconds to their name. But Emo Guy does have DRS. That is going to help him out to fight back, as Ivor back into the pits once again. He's serving his penalty at the same time. Meanwhile, Emplava has got DRS on DJ Phil. No other fights going on except for the scrap at the front, as Emo Guy is on the back of Matt again, and hopefully he should get the DRS. That's 12 seconds to Matt and Jamie's name, so they basically have 9 seconds to make on Emo Guy and 12 seconds to make on James, and I don't think they're going to do that with the time that's left. Even Gary's going to gain some on this one as well. So these boys just pushing the limits way too hard. And James, once again, is going to benefit massively from it. Now it's just Jamie and Matt leading the way. But again, penalties hanging over their head. Everyone else is all spread out. So Jamie leads the way from Matt, from Emo Guy, from James. Gary 131 in 5th. 6th is A. Smith, 7th is Nausea, 8th is PN, 9th is Tibbs, 10th is Smoky Devil, 11th is Forsey, 12th is Argent, N. Prava is 13th, 14th is DJ Phil, and Ivor brings up the rear. Meanwhile, we go back to this scrap. Emo Guy trying everything he can. Hell of a drive from James, says Daz, as I will get a poll going once again for your driver of the day. The Emo Guy trying everything he can to get on the back of Matt and Jamie, but both of them have got those penalties. And Jamie now just trying to stay ahead. Matt trying to break the toe off Emo Guy. As we put a poll out for driver of the day. And these three still going at it. Smoky Devil, another time penalty. He has 18 seconds to his name. Get your votes in for driver of the day. As the leaders are still going at it right now. And Emo Guy not quite close enough this time, but Matt is a lot closer. Ivor, another time penalty to his name. 14 seconds now he has. But Matt trying everything he possibly can to find his way past Jamie. That'll be more points to his name, because at the minute these two will finish in this order. But 12 seconds back. Gary's not really made any inroads on the back of James, so James seems to got him covered and has got Emo Guy within reach, although he has got DRS. We start the final lap of this race, and Big Boy Brazier still leading the way. Argent, another 3-second time penalty to his name. Can Jamie hang in there? Not obviously to finish in the top half. Matt gets another time penalty, 15 seconds to his name. He's going to drop down the order once again. And Big Boy, no matter what, even if Matt passes him, he will finish ahead of Matt. But at the minute, James is looking like the man who's going to take the win here, just from time penalties alone. Big Boy Brazier coming into the final part of this race. He's going to win it on track, but he's not going to win it overall, as DJ Phil has lost the place to Ivor. As we go into the hairpin. And Matt trying everything he can to get past Jamie, but he can't find that way through. He's got DRS. Is he going to try and send it in the chicane? He's going to the outside, and he's going to try it. He's going to go right round the outside. He gets the job done, but he will not win this race. Matt will cross the line first, but he will not win it. Big Boy Brazier goes ahead. Emo Guy will go ahead, but it's James is your race winner. Emo Guy will go into second. Gary will finish in third place. Big Boy Brazier and Matt drop down the order. Will A. Smith get ahead of them? He does. He goes P4, so Big Boy Brazier drops down to 5th and 6th. Tibbs, I don't think is quite close enough to them. He crosses, Nausea, he doesn't quite get there, so he finished 7th. Tibbs will move up to 7th. Nausea 8th. 9th will go the way of PN Motorsport. Smoky Devil with 18 seconds to his name will come home for 10th, as Forsey goes up to 10th. Smoky will go to 11th. A little bit of incident between Ivor and DJ Phil, not sure why. And Pilar will come in for 12, 13th for Argent, 14th will be Phil, and 15th will be Ivor. But James, 2 from 2. Guys, there's currently a poll out for Driver of the Day. Get your votes for Driver of the Day, and I will check them right at the end. But it is James who takes 2 from 2 here in Canada, and he will extend his championship lead. James Ash, your race winner tonight. And possibly Driver of the Day by the game. No, it goes to Gary131, gets a vote for Driver of the Day. Good drive from Tibbs. Next week he'll get up his first podium for sure. He will. I think he might even get a race win. We'll make sure he does well in the US for sure. But James, what can we say? A masterclass from him, keeping his nose clean, no penalties to his name. He takes 2 wins here today at Canada and extends his championship lead on the rest as well. James Ash, the Welshman, wins here in Canada. Beautifully done with him as well. And I believe the tables are up to date. Before I read them out, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified, and yeah, make sure you head over to the Facebook page, the Discord page, and also head over to SimGrid as you can get yourself involved with the racing alongside that as well. And I believe the tables are now up to date. It is James who is still leading the championship, and he's got a big gap now, 49 points ahead of Gary131 in second. Third is Big Boy Brazier. Fourth is Matahimovic. Only 10 points behind Jamie now, but both of them 52 and 62 points behind James at the minute. Tim is still in 5th place position, Max Mulder in 6th, Ivor in 7th, Emo Guy in 8th, Tibbs in 9th, and Plava is in 10th. 11th is A Smith with Forzy in 12th, 13th is Monkey Boy, 14th is PN Motorsport, Nausea 15th, 16th is Leon Fernie, 17th is Fury, 18th is Smoky Devil, 19th is Argent, 20th is Bozzy Boy, Greg C, DJ Phil, and Smithy still to get a point to their name. Aston Martin lead the Constructors' Championship only by 1 point ahead of Williams. 1 point separating those two. AlphaTauri in 3rd. 4th is Alfa Romeo. 5th is Ferrari. 6th is Alpine. 7th is Haas. 8th is McLaren. 9th is Mercedes. And bringing up the rear in 10th place position is Red Bull. What an exciting night's worth of racing we have had here. As I just said, don't know why I got a 6-second penalty crossing the line. Not sure why either, Argent. But either way, it has been James Ash who has been the man to beat here tonight, and he extends his championship lead. Guys, get your votes in for Driver of the Day. The poll hour is still out for a little bit longer. But make sure also you tune in, as we have got some great racing coming your way this week. Wednesday and Thursday, the return of the ACC GT3 Championship. Make sure you tune in for that one. Pro-Am on Wednesday and Pro on a Thursday. We are done here in Canada for the 6th round of the championships. Bring us to the 7th round. It is an all-British week next week, as we are at Silverstone, not just for the GT3s, but we are at Silverstone for the F1s as well, for round 7 of the championship. Great Britain, the home of British motorsport. Can any of the British drivers win on home ground? That is the question. I've been Dan Davis. This has been Simplay Motorsport, and James is leading the way quite comfortably in the championship. We will see you next time in Silverstone. Good night. Driver of the Day goes to
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate. all in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.